I think that you already noticed that my last two videos felt quite different. I even used the OG YouTube outro and I plan to continue like this. Of course, what I did, I don't feel like it's close to Frutiger Aero. You know, that bright light green, a lot of blue that got popular back in 2000. You know. Now that sounds cool, but what makes this feel so special? At the point that there are people making content about it. I was chilling in my bedroom eating pretzels while scrolling down on TikTok when I found someone decorating the whole apartment with this aesthetic. Everything white, some things blue, green, but not the green we use, a soft green that won't hurt your eyes. Nope. It's a saturated green and that saturated blue, and somehow it looks beautiful. I love it so much. I think I made this point clear. People like these details, lightning, glass, bubbles, having detailed interfaces. That is the thing. It's something different that we used to see everywhere. Flat designs with a monochromatic palette. Everything feels so corporative. And it feels so corporative that it's boring. Back then it was new and interesting, but now it's just boring. I mean, you can put, for example, a McDonald's ad inside the KFC and you will not find any difference. Like, companies reach a point where they don't even bother to have personality, and it hurts. But in a horrible world like this, we have a small shining ray, the Frutiger Aero. Making a little parenthesis here, I'd like to mention something important. This aesthetic likes to show how much important nature is. A lot of grass, a lot of trees, a lot of blue, a dark blue ocean with colorful fishes. This aesthetic loves to bring the beauty of plants, the sky, the trees, that it makes us remember what is important for our future. Do we really like seeing minimalism everywhere? Are we really okay with losing personality? I will show you some pictures. If there are Frutiger Aero fans out there, they will know these are like the most famous one and overused. But once I show you this, you will see that this adds so much life to the ambience. Look how gorgeous their apartment is with the decoration. My favorite subgenre is Dorfic style. Wait, did I say subgenres? Yeah, apparently there are more than one type of subgenres. We have Frutiger Aero, the MVP, Dorfic, one of my favorites by the way, Frutiger Echo, Dark Aero, Frutiger Metro, and so on. I would like to know your favorite Frutiger Aero subgenre, let me know in the comments. Now, of course, I want to use this aesthetic on my daily life, however, it would be wonderful if cities started to use it. How cool would it be to live with it? Everything clean, green spaces everywhere, creative architecture for buildings. Everything is possible with this style. But we can't just keep asking for this to happen. Maybe sometimes we need to start it ourselves. If you want to share it with everyone, decorate your own room like it, or if you're an important individual with a lot of money, you can start a project with it. I am just saying. But we have to admit that having a feature like this would be much better than the current one. How great would it be? I personally like hearing playlists while doing my homework and my tasks because it brings peace to my soul. And about looking at Frutiger pictures, oh god, it's so beautiful, come on. You can't change my mind. I know it might seem quite weird to see detailed logos with detailed UI and this strange feeling of nostalgia this brings. But why did companies stop using this? Well, since computers were so weak back then, loading details interfaces like this took a lot of time, which is not very comfortable and started to be annoying. So it was quite a simple solution. Less details, less to load. It worked well, but it quickly lost personality. Many sites still kind of conserve their details, but it's kind of rare to see. What about nowadays? I mean, using minimalism nowadays is more often for a corporative feeling more than using well the specs of the PC. Easier and cheaper, I suppose. I don't really know if it's because of this. If I'm wrong, let me know. However, it makes me think we don't really have any reason to continue with boring designs. Wait, what is that? I can't believe it. It's a Frutiger Aero video game? Alright, this is definitely not a sponsorship, but I'm actually hyped about this. It looks so beautiful and it seems fun, and it looks so... Another thing about the Frutiger Aero is technology. I think nothing is more nostalgic than having flip phones or using the Samsung TouchWiz OS. We all remember having a phone, a MP3 player, our Game Boy or a Nintendo DS, a PC, a notebook, a PC. But nowadays, everything is here. It's impressive, yeah, but what about the innovation feeling? Back then we used to have different kind of phones. Some of them had a stylus, physical keyboard. I even remember the Sony Ericsson Xperia Play. I only had a Sony Xperia, a regular phone, but the idea of having a phone with buttons, a D-pad, to play video games sounded crazy. Although the sales didn't went too well, but anyways, this video isn't about the history of the technology. The point is that technology nowadays in the phone market feels weirdly boring. And there is the Samsung Fold or the new flip phones that are all screen, but it still feels like they're trying to innovate but without the innovation. Don't get me wrong, having a device like a tablet that can be folded to use like a phone is amazing, but somehow it doesn't feel like it's unique. I love Frutiger Aero. I really wish companies are using detailed designs instead of minimalism at its most. It's time to regain personality, and I'm not saying that Frutiger Aero should be the only thing we have to embrace. There is Dorfic, there is Frutiger Metro. Let's just return to skeuomorphism, please. Oh, and I even have my own Frutiger Aero background. Look, see? On my tablet, it's in beautiful backgrounds, and then the classic icons. Look. And that all icons. Look at that YouTube logo. Look, please. Have you seen the Instagram one? So I was finishing my last video when I suddenly wanted to play video games. Grand Theft Auto, Minecraft, Gravity Rush. I ran toward my PlayStation and I forgot I sold it.